What is going on, everybody? We are taking a look at the current midweek match event, which is the new draft format. So let's take a look. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxora, and here we do all things Magic the Gathering. Today we are doing the event that has come onto Arena since the introduction of Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate, which is the new Alchemy set. Yeah, this is going to be the dominant draft format on Arena for the kind of short foreseeable future. So I figured it was worth exploring, and I was going to just do a draft and just a normal draft, but I found this here and thought this was a really good idea. So this is a phantom draft, so we won't be getting cards from this, but I don't really care. Again, I'm just doing this for the experience of enjoying the draft format and figuring stuff out. And yeah, so I think this is a great idea. So it's completely free to enter. You see, like, I haven't paid anything. You can start, and you get 2 rares, it looks like. You get 2 rares and then some kind of cosmetic if you get all of the wins that you need. There's no loss threshold that will kick you out of the event. And I'm not sure if it'll let you redraft. Again, I haven't done this yet, so I'm not sure if you can, like, if you draft a really bad deck, let's say, you have a rough time. I'm not sure if you can drop and re-enter, but I think that's how other ones have worked, so maybe. But yes, this is a quick draft, so we're going to do draft against bots. But again, that'll be fine. Again, we're not trying to get any major notions, just trying to kind of sink our feet into the format. Yeah. I really enjoyed Baldur's Gate, or Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. I liked a lot of the cards, the way it felt. That was more of a multiplayer format, so I'm interested to see kind of what the draft will feel like for a 1v1. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. While we're getting in here, if you want to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, let me know how you guys are enjoying this new set. I know not everyone is the biggest fan of Alchemy, but I figured you enjoyed the format anyways. Be note, there is a little bit of an audio bug going on currently, so I had my volume down, but if there's any kind of weird audio stuff going on, just let that be known. So we've got the Ancient Bronze Dragon here, which is kind of a bomb. So that's probably what we're gonna take here. That kind of made this a little boring. 7 mana, 7/7 flying, and then it deals combat damage. You put X counters on 2 creatures, where X is a result. So a really powerful card. We've got a Breath Weapon, which isn't the worst here. Orb is pretty good from how I've seen. I think this card is okay. This is the Alchemy card. And then there are a bunch of cards. There are a couple of cards that are just reprints from the D&D set, the Adventures to Forgotten Realm. So like you can see like Valor Singer, and Earth Cult Elemental and all of that. I think Circle is new, or this might be from Baldur's Gate, and I know like Pilgrim's Eye was in Baldur's Gate. So anyways, we're just going to take the Bronze Dragon here. That should be pretty obvious. I'm not just taking it because it's a mythic. Again, this is a phantom draft, so I don't care. This is generally just the best card in the pack. So probably looking to try to play some green stuff. This is the one that does stuff when it attacks. Okay, so this is the new specialized card, so I can go over the the mechanic very generally. So a specialize is it's basically a transform, but it has different transformations based on the card you discard. So if you discard a white card, it becomes the helpful one. Blue one, it becomes the curious one, and vengeful, and so on, and they all have very different effects. It says whenever you attack with one or more creatures with flying, you do something. You got +2/+2, you gain twice that much life, draw cards, lose that much life, you gain life, soldiers, and okay. So what is the green-white one do? The green-white one is the +2/+2. Seems kind of meh. I think... Oh, the Myconid is a really powerful card, I think. It's a 3 mana 2/3 essentially. It's 1/2 and a 1/1. And also when it dies, it gives you a 1/1 as well, and then it can tap for mana. So that seems to be the pick here. Other good considerations are Dragon's Fire. I don't know what this does. Sacrifices a non-token creature. Had 2 or less. Conjure a duplicate into your hand. That's kind of interesting. I don't mind that. When it dies, if it wasn't blocked, draw a card. That's pretty good too. I actually really like that. Right. But we're just gonna take the Myconid here. Kind of looking for our kind of second color here. What does this do? Mill for cards. When it dies, return target lay into your hand. Pretty we could go with red green here and take the Dragon's Breath. Clever Conjurer isn't bad either. It's also another ramp spell, kind of, so it could help us reach our bronze dragon faster. This is okay. I think I actually do want to take the Clever Conjurer here. There's a Frost Giant in the pack as well. That would be kind of a nice pick to. So this is another specialized card. This does target creature gets plus X plus O, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And then depending on what it does, it gets different stuff. So this does instants and sorceries. This gains menace, it gives menace, gains trample. So you can already kind of see, like, you know, people have kind of complained about these cards, but you can kind of understand that they're very similar. It's just that they have some minor differences, and a lot of times they are dependent on colors, right? So it adds the white, and the white is, you know, kind of first strikey. This having blue, dealing with instants and sorceries. So I don't really mind the mechanic as much. I don't really think it's good design, just to kind of give some comment on that, but it's fine. It's just like, why? It's just kind of why, you know? That's where I'm at. What does this do? Counter target spell. If it's a creature spell, it perpetually gets -2/-0. Counter that spell unless its controller pays 2. Interesting. So permanently reduces the power of a creature. You have to cast it on the spell. But then it can also counter it. I kind of like that. It's a good turn 2 play. This card is a little slow. Yeah. I think we're actually going to go with this. So seek 2 non-land cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. There's also this guy. There's also this guy. Don't really want that. Don't really want that either. I really like Young Red Dragon. It's like a good turn 2 play. There's also this Herd Gorger, which was a pretty good card in the past. I kind of want to try this out just cuz. So I'm going to take it and see how it plays. There's a 1/2 Death Toucher. It deals combat damage to a player, put a counter on it if the top card of your library is a non-land card. Otherwise, you may mill a card. So I think this is another Alchemy card. Deals combat damage to a player. Counter on it if it's non-land. Otherwise, you may mill a card. I think I just want to go with the Basilisk here. I think this is pretty medium because it has to actually deal combat damage, and it's only a 3/4, and it has no other abilities to kind of tack onto it. It's not horrible. It's definitely playable, but yeah, it's just not the best. Conjure a choice from your spellbook and put it onto the battlefield. I think that's really good because that's a ramp. There's the Dragon Looter here, but I think we want to take this. Kind of got ourselves a little bit of a Simic ramp deck going here. So fine, the Villain's Lair isn't the worst, but I just don't think it's what this deck wants to be doing. This is at least a 2/4 blocker during our opponent's turn. So I think I'll just nab that. Oh, and there's our Frost Giant here. That's a pretty good pickup. Just a nice 5-drop that, you know, just is okay. The word is fine and the body is fine, right? What does this do? Whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature perpetually gets -2/-0. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I definitely think it's better than this, especially given our curve and where we're at right now. So I'm going to pick it up, but I'm interested to see how good that ability is, or if it's pretty bad. All right, we'll take the only green card in the pack. take Shocking Grasp. I'm going to move that card over to the sideboard, but I'm actually not against playing that again. Anything that we can do to kind of, put the roadblocks in front of our opponent. So we've got this here, other demons, devils, imps, and tieflings. You control get +1/+0. Interesting. I just got the double team. So double team is when it attacks. You make a copy of it in your hand, and then both of them lose double team. So nice. When it dies, search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This seems amazing because we have an awesome dragon in our deck. So yeah, I'm down for that. Down for that all the way. We have this follow the tracks that we can wheel. There's an air cult elemental, which is pretty okay, if I remember. But yeah, I'm down for that. It seems awesome. Lapis Orb is a blue ramp spell. There's also this follow the tracks. I don't think I want that. We already talked about the water weird. So it's a question of like, we have this and how many dragons we're going to have at the end of it. Right now, we only have 2. We've got the Muralists and the actual dragon here. The question is this really worth it? It mana fixes, but it doesn't really seem as good. We already have 1, so I'm going to take the orb here. I really liked all of the orbs, especially if you have a lot of dragons. There is also this Pilgrim's Eye, but I think I care more about the ramp. There's a Charm Sleep. That's probably pretty crucial. This destroying a creature with flying and then also having reach and just also being a spell most of the time is nice. So I have a feeling this is going to be pretty good, like pretty playable. I'm not saying good. Definitely Charm Sleep here, but I wouldn't mind with that. So there's Blur here to flicker, but not really into that. I think I'm just going to take the Owlbear here. There's a Looter, but I think we want some payoffs for once we start jamming big guys, and this is one of them. So a shame we don't have any more dragons. I guess like this is a fine dragon, but again, this is like not the thing we want to be casting. We want to be casting some of the more expensive dragons. So there's another Basilisk, which I wouldn't mind. So conjure a card and plug it into your hand, conjure a card and naturalize into your hand, or draw a card. Interesting. So kind of a versatile card that can also just be a cantrip, but I think it's still the Basilisk here. I think, yeah. And then Dream Fracture's like pretty meh. I like it. It's fine in a multiplayer format, but here I don't think you really want it. We've got Corlessa, Scale Singer. Look at the top card anytime. You can cast dragons from the top of your library. It is also a dragon. It doesn't matter that much in this instance, but I think I'm going to take it here. It's just a 2-mana 1/4 as well. Really good defensive body. So let's match that up. Bird. This. Inspiring Bard, not the worst, right? There is also this Dragonborn Looter. This is something for artifacts. We don't care about that. We are kind of needing to fill out our curve. It's a question of like, how important is Looter to our deck? And I think the answer is not that important. So I'm going to take the Inspiring Bard here. The life could be really relevant. So yeah. Choose your weapon, double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. And deal 5 damage to a flyer. We've got the orb here. We also have the Herd Gorger. Might be good. I think when in doubt, I'm going to take the cheaper card. This can also be a combat trick, which is nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this over the orb as well. Just do something like trying to get as many things that play to the board as usual. Like Herd Gorger is like probably what I would take next, but I think I want to see how much that adds to our deck here. So now you get a Wild Shape, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think we just get another ramp spell. And another ramp spell. A lot of ramp. We'll grab a wild shape. Now I'm kind of wishing I took the other card. All right, there's actually a Dragonborn Looter, which is nice. I would snatch one of those up. All right, last pack here. Let's see what we get. All right, Horn is a really good card. I've really enjoyed playing with it, but not for us, obviously. So we've got the Clever Conjurer, excuse me. We got this Lizard Folk Librarian. 4 mana 2/4 with double team when it enters the battlefield, you scry 2. That's not horrible, right? Oh, but here's a dragon. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. Pay 2 mana, or sorry, 4 mana, put 2 counters on target creature and untap it. It gains hexproof. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna nab this here. I think we've got enough, you know, kind of ramp here, and we want to start playing some big stuff. There's also a non-flying dragon, pretty interesting. Yeah. Here's a dragon here. I think that's the only, like, we're not going to play black dragon, obviously. We could play the giant here, but let's see what this guy does. When it enters battlefield, gets X counters on it, or X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Greatest power among creatures you control and creatures cards in your graveyard. That's pretty good. So this will always be, you know, at least a decent creature, assuming you have something that on the battlefield there's something that died. So that's really nice. So I think I'm gonna nab that. Yeah, over Frost Giant here, because there's also a chance that they could just be a 7/7 or a 7 greatest power. So it's just a 7/7 sometimes, or a 4/4 most of the time. Could also kind of play it alongside, you know, some kind of pump spell or something. Very interesting way to kind of abuse that card. All right, so deals combat damage to a player, scry one, then draw a card. Not really into that. It says pay 8 mana, draw 2 cards. Okay, and then creature gets +2/+3, gains reach and trample until end of turn. You get a boon with whenever you cast your deck creature spell. The creature enters the battlefield with a counter on it, a reach counter, and a trample. So this is a really good combat trick. It just, you know, it's a really good, it's a little bit high on mana, but if you can get it off and get it to resolve, you probably win a fight, and then the next creature spell you get is even better. So I think this is what we're going to take here. Again, over Clever Conjurer, over Invoker here. Invoker, again, is much better in a multiplayer setting where you can kind of sit back and activate that. But here we're not really going to be able to do that. And not pay a price, I guess. So we've got Prophetic Prism here. We've got this. How many are we? Don't have that many artifacts. Yeah, so we've got this Oversimplify, which we could do. Or we could just take Prophetic Prism or something like that. I don't think Iron Golem is particularly good. I think I just want to take the Oversimplify. But I might not play all of them, you know. All right, there's another Basilisk. Again, the Basilisk does a good job of buying me time. There's also Blur here, but yeah, I think we're just going to take another Basilisk. Ooh, what do you do? Yeah, let's read what you do. When you attack, up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. At the beginning of your next end step, return that creature to its owner's hand, and they can specialize. So it can specialize into whatever you attack. Can't be blocked. That's the beginning of your end step. Return that to your hand. If you do, a creature of your choice opponent controls gets weaker. And then the green part does whenever you attack. Return that creature's hand. If you do it perpetually. Okay, so the creature gets perpetually +1/+1. This seems really slow. I think I would rather just have Clever Conjurer. Is that crazy? I feel like it's just better. Yeah. Like, this can go nuts, I guess, but we don't have the stuff to enable it, and return that creature. Yeah, it just doesn't seem particularly good. Wow. We got nothing in here except this lantern. Big sad. Okay, we got a couple Undersimplify again and Blur. We got this lantern. We got the Spike Field. Man, I don't really like any of these. Exile target creature control, return to the battlefield. Do we have anything with any kind of good ETB? Like, no, not really, right? Yeah. This is when it dies. Yeah, not even when it leaves. Fun. Cool. Yeah, we don't really have any good flicker effects besides like Owlbear or the Myconid. So not really into blur. I think we just take undersimplify again. And again, we're probably not going to play all of those. All right, I will take another clever conjurer. I'll take all the ramp spells that I can get. There's another one. There's another clever conjurer. So the clever conjurers here are actually going to be pretty good, I think. Because they're creatures that can attack and block, and then also ramp me. Okay, so we got to make a bunch of cuts, and we're probably going to be cutting a number of those under simplify. Do I even want this? Do I even want this? This seems bad. This seems not as good as the basilisk. So I like the clever conjurer, like the charm sleep. These seem fine. I think the circle of the druid, whatever, can go. Honestly, that can probably go too. These are both fine. All of these are fine. Yeah, so I like everything here. It's just, I think I want to get rid of some of these things here. Maybe we don't even want this archery. I feel like our stuff is already going to be powerful enough. The other thing is seek new knowledge. Might be, it is instant speed. Yeah, maybe we just cut these under simplifies, and then we cut like choose your weapon. I like fall. Maybe we don't need all of these. We have so many ramp spells. Cut this. I like choose your weapon. Is this good or this might be bad? Maybe this is bad. How many spells we got? Yeah, I'm actually gonna cut that. And then I'm going to cut some of these. Is the Lapis Orb better than a Clever Conjurer or a Follow the Tracks? It might be better than a Follow the Tracks. Since we have some dragons. Like we have 3 dragons. So if we cast 1 dragon... Oh, sorry, we have multiple dragons. Sorry, we have 4 dragons. Oh, 5 dragons. Okay, yeah, definitely... Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Definitely better than a Follow the Tracks. This card is still really good. It's just not better than Clever Conjurer because this can attack or block, and this can help me scry. All right, so there we go. So that is our deck here. I don't need to do anything with the mana base here. Pretty standard stuff. And again, Follow Tracks can even mana fix us. We've got this really interesting ramp deck. We've got Muralist to go and fetch us our Ancient Bronze Dragon, and we've got creatures and spells, so hopefully this is enough to get us the wins that we need. So let's go ahead and get into the games here. All right, here we go. So we are on the play here. We have a little bit of an awkward hand where it's really good if we draw a land. I think I'm gonna risk. So again, here I'm playing a little bit differently. I can play a little bit more greedily since there's no penalty for losing. I'm not suggesting that you guys do this at all of your games, but you know, there's no penalty, so I'm gonna play like this. If you were probably playing at a little bit more high stakes, I would probably suggest mulliganing this hand. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna pay the price because oh no, we got our land. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna play them. The Myconid doesn't really even do much here. I'm gonna play the Clever Conjurer. So I can at least start attacking and putting some pressure, right? That is a very questionable activation of Looter. I don't really understand why they would do that. There are no cards with madness. There's... Okay. I don't think they want to use a spell to untap it and do it again. Like... There were just not a lot of reasons to play it like that there. But anyways, we're just going to cast Follow Tracks here. And get our second blue source. I guess it wasn't really a good reason for doing that in the main phase. That was kind of a misplay. It's not huge though, but anyways. Our opponent had something pausing there, right? So maybe they have something like, you know, Dragon's Fire, something like that. That's very fine. I mean, that is a little spooky, but Can we draw land so I can attack with my Clever Conjurer? Thank you. All right, we're gonna go smacking, and then we'll cast ourselves an Owlbear. And I'm not worried since we have this Charm Sleep in our hand, right? Owlbear's so good. Drawn to another Clever Conjurer. And so, like, if we end up ramping a bunch with our follow tracks, we can even start activating these gates, which will guarantee get us a spell. So, really nice. Really like the design of these cards as well as follow the tracks. Interesting. I think I'm down to just not block. Like, you got it. I do not care. Yeah, we can just like cast the Mycolid. And then cast a Clever Conjurer. So cast the Mycolid first. Activate this to untap a forest. It doesn't really matter what we untap here. And we'll cast a Conjurer. Sure. Opponent has a fairly slow start. So I think we're going to take the opportunity here to really go nuts and probably just not attack all, but definitely attack with these three over on the left side because they can attack safely. Okay. All right, nice land off the top. Don't mind that at all. And that will allow us to cast two follow the tracks to probably just conjure the forests ones. Yeah. No need to commit another Clever Conjure onto the board. I think we're just getting a forest, yeah. Or the forest gate. Oh, interesting. So like it doesn't matter. We actually could have done some crazy stuff with Clever Conjure, but these can only be activated once per turn. I kind of find that really interesting. I kind of wish that we could be paid off for that, but oh, sorry, it's activate only once. So it's not even that. We can't use these to generate a card over and over. We can do this once. Interesting. All right, when they exile. Are you kidding me? All right, well, at least they weren't able to cast it, right? But oh my god, I'm so sad. All right, well, now I'm very sad. I think we Charm Sleep this so that we can do some more attacking. This is not a sorcery, right? Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. So I have to make some blocks here. Yep. I don't know what else to say. You got to block. I think our opponent here goofing a little bit. Not realizing they were not in the interface for blocking and activate that. I think there should be a way to undo, right? I guess not in that scenario since it's sacking, but like sometimes for like tapping stuff or whatever. No, because usually when I sack treasures, right, I can undo sacking a treasure. So I'm not really sure. I didn't see what card we got, but I can check later. Did anyone see? Oh, wait, sorry, claim prize. There we go. All right, what do we get? Sludge monster. Oh, cool. They get this guy. Cool. So this is I was also looking to confirm this. So this you get non alchemy rares. So really nice. Definitely, even this is like why even if you aren't a fan of alchemy, just do this, get your 2 free rares and your cosmetic, and nice and easy. All right, on to the next game. All right, here we are for next game, and this is a clear mulligan. Even though we've got the Ancient Bronze Dragons, we have no blue sources, so I'm going to ship this off right away. This is a little better. I think I can ship off the Clever Conjurer here, and then just use my green spells here to my advantage. The Basilisk will be able to buy me some time, just staving off my opponent's attacks. Really looking to draw lands. Have a black instant. All right, a little sad. I think I can just attack. Dang. Could really use a land. That's a good one. Probably casting the orb here. But I'm gonna attack first. All right, let's just cast the orb. If this gets countered, so be it. All right, no counters. They could bounce it. Okay, no bounce. Yeah, if this can land and then we can like get some ramp going and we can get our dragon, that would be hot. Be hot. Our opponent has not played a card. They have played lands. Okay, I was waiting for whatever they're doing. Whenever one of our creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, make some excuse me. Make some treasures. And then you can sack treasures to get a creature -1/-1 until end of turn. Okay. I think I would just like to go attacking, right? I'm okay blocking with this, yeah? Alright, so we get to Scry 2 here. Charm Sleep. This is one or more, so like we don't even really care about Charm Sleeping that in particular. It's that what was I gonna say? It's that it gives that to the creatures. I think I want the Owlbear here. I want some kind of thing to play, you know, right? But if they do block, I will just like take the block and sorry, if they do attack, I will take the block. Or if they kill this, I'll take the search so I can get the dragon here, the big boy. Oh, I like that I don't have to, I think they added this where before you had to like, I think right click or something on it. Now this will kind of expand. Not the best, but it could have been much worse, right? Discard 2 cards, yeah, that's fine. I think we go nuts, right? Just pop them. Right? I mean, this is an instant speed effect, so we can, yeah. Fine with me. I'm very fine with that. Ooh. All right. Yeah, that'll do it. Sure. But if they do attack us here, we can use the scale deflection here. And I think I would rather use it on the Muralist here. Even though, again, we kind of want the Muralist to die, we kind of, we want them either to counter this or try and kill our Muralists in response. Oh, this is so good. And actually, this is even better because I assume they're going to attack us here. Yep. So we just get to eat their thing. Nice. Okay. And now I think I'm just gonna play this and then attack like this. Bam. I'm good. I'm good with that. All right, so now they're kind of in a weird predicament where they kind of have to play something, but if they play something, they can't, attack into my Basilisk profitably. They kill my Muralist. Again, we get our dudes, and they're at 4 life, so we're in a really good spot. That doesn't mean that our opponent can't play something here to kind of get themselves back in the game. There's definitely a group of cards that would be powerful here. That's kind of one of them, but not really, because now we get to grab our Ancient Bronze Dragon. And there it is. Get to Scry 2. I think I'm going to take any spell at this point. And just not attack so that, again, if they attack, we can just safely block with our Basilisk, not have to worry about, blocking with the Bronze Dragon, then doing some shenanigans, right? The 1 point of damage that we would get in doesn't really matter here. And the likelihood that they block is really unlikely. That's not gonna save you. Oh no, this doesn't have trample, never mind. Yeah, I forgot about that. But it will force a block, right? All right, let's see what they do here. They've got 2 cards in hand. Sure. I think we just do the standard play of attack with our Ancient Bronze Dragon. Yep. I don't think this will... Oh, no, it will. Interesting. Interesting. But we will just cast our Lindnorm again, and we get to Scry 2. I like both of those cards. I don't know if it's necessarily right to play those in that order, but I like that. All right, our deck is kind of doing its thing, right? We, played our Basilisk early, right? We played 2, and they were able to kind of stall. Our opponent also didn't do anything for like the first 3 or 4 turns. That kind of had an impact, but whatever. Credit where credit is due, right? All right, not worried about Looter. In fact, Looter is pretty bad here in front of the Lindnorm. No! All right, well, that's fine. That's good because it means that they have to use this to block this, which means actually if I use the Bard here to give the Basilisk +3/+3, sorry, +2/+2, then they're in a really bad spot, right? They have to, if they want to kill this, they have to block double on it, and then I kill both of their stuff, and they have to block here with the Frost Giant. So if they don't block this, then I'm gonna play out the Clever Conjure, especially with the Frost Giant on top. I don't think there's a lot of scenarios where they top deck a Wrath and they can win, right? So yeah, should be a pretty decisive victory from this point. All right, so yeah, I think this is fine, right? Because we'll deal 2 here and then 1 here, and this has Death Touch, so it'll kill both of these. Yep. And now it's a little, is it different where now I guess if they kill this, then I want to have lethal. So actually I changed my mind. I'm still going to play this out because I think that will again still guarantee lethal. All right, and we're gonna go attacking. All right, there you go. Two kind of quick dubs. All right, there we go. We got some gold. Get our prize here. And well, I think I already had 4 copies of this, so hopefully that gave me some. I think it did. I think it gave me my little gems there. All right, so there you go. That was you know, our deck seemed really powerful. Got a lot of clever conjurers and follow the tracks. I kind of, and Basilisk, I think that was mainly attributed to the quick draft system with the bots. The bots, again, aren't the most intellectual drafters. Not trying to insult any computers out there, but, or any AIs, but yeah. So, but other than that, you know, the deck and the way we played the deck was really cool. Just getting to play a bunch of ramp spells and then to ramp up to our ancient bronze dragons, our owlbears. Owlbears are really fun card. I think again it's like simple, but it's like really cool. And then the Linorm doing a lot of work, right? We cast the adventure side and we cast the creature side. So here are some of my takeaways. First of all, this feels very similar to Adventures of Forgotten Realm, just without the ridiculous dungeon mechanic. So a lot of people, you know, kind of found that kind of gameplay to be uninteresting. So I think this is definitely an improvement. The alchemy cards, while they exist, aren't that relevant. So like here you even see like, I'm not even playing a lot of like the crazy alchemy cards. I'm just playing this plus follow the tracks, right? And those are the only alchemy cards in my list, right? So yeah, if you know, so I don't think you really need to be too worried about, you know, there are the specialized cards and those can be a little bit much to read. But otherwise, yeah. And then there's also, you know, kind of better mechanics, right? You have, the, you know, the adventure cards. The adventure cards are really good. A lot of them, again, the Linorm, I like the young red dragon or whatever it's called. The blue one that, you know, scries and draws cards and stuff. So a lot of the dragons and at least the adventure cards are pretty strong. So definitely be on the lookout for those. That would be kind of my first suggestion. The archetypes feel really interesting, right? You know, you have blue green here with dragons, you have red green dragons, you have blue red dragons even, which is really interesting. You have blue white flicker. So there's kind of the archetypes that you had in Baldur's Gate and a little bit of Adventure of the Forgotten Realms. I think there's black red treasures too and things like that. So all of those are in this format and just have been revamped a little bit. So it definitely kind of almost feels like a mix between Baldur's Gate and Adventures of the Forgotten Realm, from what I've experienced so far. Again, that might change. Let's see. Any other things that I want to note? No, I mean, so sorry. I'll say I'm not going to bother with getting this cosmetic here. I mean, maybe I'll play another game and grab it, but we don't need to see that. And also this video's gone on for a little bit, so I'm just gonna wrap up the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let me know if you guys try out this event or try out this format, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me, and I will see you for the next video.